What if there was a safe space for you to explore artificial intelligence? What if there was a team of friendly professionals waiting to help you examine what you can do with AI in your courses? Welcome to the world of what if.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lidia Assad. I'm the graphic designer here at COSI. And today we're gonna discuss this question. Did AI really replace graphic designers or did it give them superpowers? How many of you have heard that AI will replace graphic designers? Any hands? Yeah, a lot. Mostly everyone, yeah. It's a common fear with everyone. Like, it's not only with graphic designers, it's with a lot of people as well. But how far is it true? The truth is AI isn't replacing designers. It's empowering them, handling the tasks that's more like boring, time-consuming, so that it distracts them from creativity, problem-solving, and storytelling, so that they can focus on what they can do best. And history shows us that this isn't new. Every major technological breakthrough has sparked fear and uncertainty, yet each time humanity adapted, evolved, and emerged stronger. Calculators didn't replace accountants, they made them better, and neither did Photoshop. AI can generate options, but it can't decide what's right for a brand, an audience, or a message. And behind every good design is still a human being making decisions about emotions, trust, and meaning. Today, I'll show you how AI is helping designers work smarter, not disappear, and why humans' creativity is still at the center of every great design. The first tool every designer go to, it helps with brainstorming, ideas and brand analysis, research and copywriting, refining ideas and concepts are definitely the go-to are Gemini and ChatGPT. You can put any prompts in to help you with research. It can help you with suggestions. You can ask it to suggest, like, critique a color palette that you have and suggest like better improvements on it for accessibility and color blindness, or you can ask it to generate 5 variations of a copy for an ad. And that's what designers are not usually very good at, like maybe copywriting or putting like the best headlines. They are good at visuals, but that's not their expertise. So it will give you a good starting point. Also, it can give you steps like in the process itself, like what's more time consuming, like in my process of web design, how can I speed it up using AI? It can give you some tools, tips and tricks. And it can also give you research about the latest design trends, so you can start with on your design instead of wasting the time. So here, for example, I did put a prompt, like I asked it, like, name 5 major brands or a couple of brands that went through a visual rebranding recently. And just with the click of a button, it gave me a full research with visuals of before and after of major changes, and like people's feedback on it, dates it was made, and how did people absorb these changes. So it just like gave me all this in just a few seconds, and that's a great starting point. Instead of just going to hundreds of websites, it just scrolled over the internet and gave me all this kind of information in a matter of seconds. Also, it can help me if I don't know how to put a good prompt. It can help me with just even prompting, so I can just speak like we speak together. So I can ask it like, okay, I'm a graphic designer at the Center for Online Continuing Education at FAU, and I need to create a prompt to create marketing campaign for online learning. And here it is. It gave me the detailed prompt, which I can just copy and paste it on ChatGPT or Gemini to give me the best results. So it's like just as simple as that. And in a matter of also seconds, it just gave me a full ideas of like the headlines or taglines, or visual ideas, even how can I tackle each of those ads, what social media platforms are they the best at. So just few seconds, I have something to start with. It might not be a final result, but it's just like, instead of starting with a blank page, it gave me something to start with. But is it good with creating a real design from scratch? No, it's not. Like I tried here, like for example, in this example over here, we had our playground thumbnails where we promote our coming sessions, and I asked it, we want to do for the new year, like for 2026, we wanted to do a similar design, but with a new feel. So I told it, this is what we have already, and I wanted to create something for me. And this is what it came out with. Yeah, it followed a lot of the elements of what I have already, but it's lacking feeling, it's lacking dimension, it's so flat. versus what we have here. This is what we came up with. It's still the same elements, but you see the dimensions, the feeling, the look and feel of it, and it's a good reminder for our next session of Playground. But that's the kind of difference we are looking at. Also, there is a very important piece of information I learned while preparing for this presentation, that you cannot actually copyright a fully designed logo that's just fully designed with AI. You can trademark it, but still, even the AI said the best approach to securely trademark it, you have to have a human input in it. You cannot just like take a fully online AI created logo and just copyright it. So still, it's a good starting point, and then you have to have a graphic designer tweak it and make it personalized, make it customized. and next comes like a cool website to help designers. So after the design phase, the research phase comes like choosing color palettes, choosing color schemes that work out together. And AI is helping a lot with this. Instead of taking a lot of time trying different color schemes, it just takes you to websites like those. There's a lot of them, but this is a very cool website. It's called Chroma. It's for free. And it just takes you to a page with a lot of colors to train it. Like, so you just choose your favorite colors. You just click on them to train the model. So yeah, here it just took us to a full like research of how the colors I chose are acting with fonts, and putting them like on fonts and just see how they look. You can switch them. You can just see the background and the foreground. You can put the colors next to each other and see how they look together. You can also see them as gradients, and just like with a click of a button, you see all the colors you chose as gradients. You see them on images, and you can customize. You can work with it like and make it more enhanced through your research. Next comes like choosing fonts, and choosing fonts is not hard, but pairing fonts is the hard part. So you can choose a font, or you can have a font that's for your guidelines with the brand, but matching it with something else is what takes some time. So like font pairing is not a very easy job, like to make fonts look like that they work well together. So this website, it's called FontJoy. It's for free as well. And you can just plug in like any font, any text you want to put, and then you can try, just press generate, and it keeps giving you options, endless possibilities of 3 different kinds of like fonts for headlines, fonts for subtitles, and fonts for body text. And actually, it has very cool features. If you like, let's say, the top font, which is like the headline font, you can just lock it up, and then you just press generate again. It keeps the first one locked, but it just keeps generating for the other 2. Another cool feature, it can change the text. So if you want to see your own text in, you can just like change these text and put your own text. So you see like here I just said, welcome to the playground. So it can change, customize, so you see exactly as if you're working on your website, how it's going to look, how the look and feel of it. And it's all for free. And you just click generate, and all this comes to you right away. Adobe is doing great things actually with AI, and it's helping designers big time, saving them lots of hours of work. So for Adobe Illustrator, every designer starts with looking through stock images, looking through stock photography and stock assets for vectors. Like after research, okay, they have the ideas and they want to visualize it. So a lot of times we just look through stock images until we find the right match. And it's not always that easy. Sometimes you find a good image, but it's not exactly the style you want. But now in Illustrator, it's already embedded in it. You can just generate your own vectors, and you can just prompt it as easy as a prompt on ChatGPT. You can write whatever you want to look at. You can choose the style of the illustration, and it gives you like if you wanted a scene, a full scene, or you wanted just an icon, you wanted a subject like with full color, or just an icon, which is more like an outline. And from there, it just gives you 3 amazing, fully editable options to choose from with different layouts. If you like any of them, if you don't like any of them, you can just regenerate, and it just gives it to you with full vectors that you can just even edit. You want to move a tree, you want to change colors of something, as simple as that. And also, like, it can expand the image. So if this like orientation or this dimensions is not what you want to work with, so the other thing it can do is just it can extend the image to the dimensions you want it to do. You just press generate, extend, and it makes it like in a different dimensions, adding fully editable vectors, to which is for any designer was so hard to draw all this with their hands and just to try to match the dimensions that they wanted to do their layout with. Another thing like is the icon. So if you are starting like on a logo and I want like an icon for an owl, instead of looking through stock images, as simple as that, I can just write it. It gave me 3 options, as you see on the right top. And from the 3 options, I choose my favorite. I can change the colors. I can tweak it. I can make it my own, but it's a very good starting point. It's all for free. Like all the images created on Adobe is like fully usable, commercial. So it is an amazing starting point too. Next one is like if you have like a poster like this, it's all a vector poster with a lot of elements, and changing the colors of this poster and finding matching colors will take designers a lot of time. But here you have just recoloring, and with just generating recolor, it gives you lots of options also that the whole poster is all changed all at once. And maybe I don't like these colors, so I can input like some, I can just reset and just choose my own colors. I can put like red and blue, and then it just gives me some options with red and blue integrated in the poster. And still, maybe I don't like the whole thing, but at least it gave me the full recolor, and then I can go tweak some, make some changes. I want it maybe grayscale, just like with the press of a button, generate. It gave it to me with gray and black and added some colors on it. Great starting point, saves a lot of time, and just like, and it's all like where you can start and make just some little tweaks that takes less time for sure. Another feature in Photoshop, Photoshop has tons of things, so I'll take you through some of them, not all of them because of the time, but it's great. So it has image generation integrated in it, and it can reference images and change the style depending on your reference image, and it can do very quick and enhanced photo editing. So also like same thing with Illustrator. We as designers, we look through stock images to find the right angle, right lighting, right style. So it takes some time to find that. But now with Photoshop, still same thing, and the same bar at the bottom, you can just generate your own free stock image that you can use commercially, you can use in your brand. You can use it actually as a start, as a mood board, like to present. And then if you like this style, at least you know where you want to go. And that's why I'm going to talk next about like branding, because design is not just like taking one element and just walking with it. It has to have like a whole feel, a whole look that matches. The colors has to match the photography, has to match the fonts. The whole look and feel of a brand has to all match. And that's what also Photoshop is helpful with, because after we chose the image, let's say I have this logo on the right bottom with the mountains. And then this is my brand, and I want this photo to have like, I want an illustration of it that looks like with a similar kind of style. So that's, in order to create it, it will take forever. But then now with the style reference, I just insert my reference over here, and then it gave me a full illustration with the same kind of look, with a similar style. And then even when I add my logo on top, it matches the style. It took a lot of elements, it took a lot of colors. And it's still maybe not a final result. It's very good for presenting to a client if you have like a presentation to pitch it. So you go take this and take it from there. If this is because instead of that, you would have worked on this for hours to pitch it to a client, and maybe that's not the direction they want to go to. So this is not like still a final result, but it's a great thing to pitch, like colors and color scheme and look and feel. And then you can still take it from there as a designer and just enhance it better. Photoshop also, like if anyone is familiar with Photoshop, before, in order to remove elements from a picture, it used to take a lot of time selecting the image, especially with complicated backgrounds on the back, like you see with those fruits on the top of the tree. And then you keep patching and trying to remove the traces of this fruit on the image by patching it and recoloring the picture. And still, the end results didn't always look like perfect. Sometimes you can see some traces of it. But now with Photoshop, you'll see magic, because all you need to do is just select as many of them as you want to remove. And then with a click of the button, they disappeared, and it's just like it's gone. And the trees are perfect, as if they weren't even there. So imagine how much time did it save for a designer to do this. Another very cool feature was like something like that. If you have an image like that, and maybe like your client or the person who you're pitching this to didn't like the look of the sock. They said, no, the black sock is taking away from the picture. And then you need to change it. Before that, like to match the style, to match the dimension and try to change it manually, it will take forever. But now see, it's just like, and I just say generate, change sock, and it changes it with the same lighting, the same style, the same dimension of the sock. And then if I don't like it, I can say generate again. It will give me 3 more options to choose from. These things were amazing. And that's what not designers are made for. Like designers were not supposed to be spending hours just to change the colors of the socks because the client doesn't like them. But so that's why Photoshop is very useful now. It's just saving me the time to work more on the concept and the brand rather than just like fixing some small tweaks. Again, like photo enhancement used to be done on Photoshop a lot, and it was like a very cool feature on Photoshop, but it used to take a lot of time to like enhance like old images like that, old photos that we have from the past, fix them and restore them. Now also with generative AI, you can just recolor them in 1 second. You can fix all the things on them. Still, you can, as you can see, there is some bits here and there, but also with generative AI, you can just take it away and then work on it, but take like half of the time. So that's another amazing feature in it. Also, one more thing is like if I have also like what we did with Illustrator, we have like a vertical image that we wanted to be horizontal for the sake of our layout or sake of our poster or brand or whatever. So all I need to do on Photoshop now is just extend my canvas and just ask it to generate, and it will just imagine as if this scene was taken with a wide lens. So as if, and it will always give me some options. It sometimes takes like a few seconds to generate, but still it just like give me a perfect like option that if I've been working on it and patching it, it would have taken way longer. And I have like a full wide angle image, which I can work right away with it, and it's ready to go. The duplicating skies and extending skies was also like one of the things that's very time consuming, and and working on them used to take a lot of time from designers, but here I need to extend this. It will just imagine the buildings and will extend them. It will extend the skies just automatically. I didn't need to say anything. And it gives me 3 options to see if I like any of them. They're not all the same, but it's just like 3 options to choose from. If I don't like them, I can just ask it to regenerate. Again, like removing background is just really a click of a button now. Instead of going and tracing this girl and I want to remove the background to use her on something else, all I need to do is just click at this bottom, like remove background, and it's gone. And now I can just ask it to change the background, give me another background, or just like I can put her on something else. I can put her on a plain screen or a green screen for something else. So all we need to do is just like have the imagination. Like there is no boundaries, there is no limits. Just imagine whatever you want. Like it's a library, I want it to look like a forest. Like I want a grass here. I want a lake maybe in the middle of the library. I want a tiger on the library. I want a bird on the... So it is just like with clicks, just clicks of a button, you have like a full poster with whatever you can imagine. Also, like I added this for non-designers who want to try some of these cool features, or if you don't have access for Photoshop and Illustrator, Canva also like is starting to have this cool like Canva AI. You can still generate images that are usable and they're commercially free, so you can play with that, and we can use it even in playtime. I'm not going to take a lot of time in it. It has a lot of cool features. Some of them are still with, and you have to get like a membership, but a lot of the items are free, so you can, it's a good starting point. So the real question now is like, can AI replace designers? The real question isn't that. The real question is, can AI think like a designer? Design is not about producing assets, as we saw. It's about understanding people, brands, and problems. AI is becoming a creative assistant, speeding up iterations and expanding possibilities, freeing designers to focus more on the strategy, storytelling, and their impact, focusing more on the why than the how. But for all of us, it will become an amazing tool that will unlock endless possibilities and wings of our thinking that will help us rise above limitations and explore new creative skies, and pushing us to rediscover what makes us uniquely human. As machines take over routine tasks, our true value lies in creativity, empathy, curiosity, and the ability to find meaning and connect ideas in ways only humans can. So thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed this. I put some links here for you. If you want to watch any of our previous sessions, you can go to our YouTube playlist. If you want to register for coming sessions, it's on Tech Events. And if you have any questions regarding AI, you can email us at playground@fau.edu. And I also put for playtime some links of the things we used here. You can just go ahead and try them and just enjoy. So thank you so much for coming, and hope to see you again.